Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. Far at 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taken in at the 11. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. Niners offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Good set. 5-8.
On second down, Kamara. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready? You ready? Ready for shot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive.
11.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Smith catches left side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Good set.
On third down, that's Butler. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
I got you.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Toss. It's McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Back now here live in New Orleans. Well, the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's got some space here. Ted Ginn's gonna go. 20, 10, 5, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They toss it out right to Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Cyrus Jones picks it. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. And his kick is right through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have...
That one, first play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He juked him. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run it again with Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. They find some open field here. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now a pitch out to Kamara, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
21.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the 4th quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.